Jack sat alone on the large rock overlooking Lake Ontario, watching the water move slowly beneath the fading evening light. The city hummed quietly behind him, distant enough to ignore. Out here, there was only the sound of waves brushing against the shoreline and the cool wind drifting across the lake. And honestly, this was enough. At 47, Jack had become a master at recognizing red flags. Life had simply taught him the difference between peace and chaos. Years ago, he ignored the warning signs, the late replies that somehow became his fault, the constant emotional tests that never really ended, the people who needed attention from everyone in the room except the person sitting across from them, the exhausting push and pull disguised as chemistry. Back then, Jack confused intensity for connection. Not anymore. These days, he noticed everything quietly. The person who spent an entire dinner scrolling through their phone, the ones who created problems just to feel reassured, the ones who always needed drama to feel alive. Jack no longer argued, no longer competed, no longer tried to convince anyone to value his presence. He simply left, calmly, respectfully, without anger or explanation, because after enough difficult relationships, Jack discovered something most people learn too late. Peace is expensive, and once you finally have it, you protect it carefully. That was the strange thing about Jack now. He knew he had options. Conversations still came easily. People still noticed him. He could have filled every Saturday night if he wanted to. But he no longer felt the need to fill empty space just to avoid being alone. Some evenings, peace sounded better than conversation. A quiet coffee shop, a long walk through the city, late nights near the water with his thoughts settling instead of spinning. There was a calmness to his life now that he refused to trade for confusion. The younger version of Jack would have settled simply because someone showed interest. He would have tolerated emotional chaos just to feel wanted. But age had changed him, not into a cold man, not into a cynical one, just a man who finally understood that protecting your peace is not weakness, it's wisdom. Jack stared out across Lake Ontario as the last light disappeared behind the Toronto skyline. The water remained calm, steady, unbothered by the noise of the city behind it. In many ways, Jack had become the same.